In our last session, we read a letter from a young man, 17 years old, who was just finishing drug rehab. And he wanted to know how he could get his father to not drink around him when he returned home from rehab. We talked about the real cause of drug addiction, which is a response to the pain of not having enough real love. And I pointed out that his father was very likely a primary cause of that pain. Now, back to the writer of the letter. Again, let me emphasize that I talk about your father as a potential cause of the pain in your life, not to blame him. It's critical that you understand this. I describe his role in your life only so you understand that expecting love from him or expecting him to change in any way will very likely lead to serious disappointment and unhappiness on your part. For example, you're wondering already how you can stop him from drinking around you. Your question alone indicates that you have some expectation that he'll make your recovery easier. That is a big mistake, because then if he chooses not to do as you expect, if he chooses to drink around you, you'll almost certainly feel very disappointed and unhappy about it. Rather than thinking about what your father should or should not do, your primary focus needs to be on finding the real love that will heal your life, as we discussed in our last session. As you feel more loved and happy, you'll gradually and naturally lose your need to use drugs and alcohol to dull the pain you feel. That really will happen. As you feel more of what you've needed all your life, you won't need other people to change their behavior. It won't matter to you whether your father does or does not agree to your request not to drink around you. Focusing on finding real love for yourself will be a big shift for you, because in the past, you have mainly tried to fill up your emptiness with imitation love. You've tried, for example, to use praise or power. One form of power almost all of us commonly use, including you, is to get people to do what we want. In the past, you would have absolutely insisted that your father stop drinking around you. That would have given you a feeling of control or power over him. And you would have needed that as proof that he cared about you. And if he didn't give you what you wanted, you would have felt disappointed and hurt. Then, in order to eliminate your pain, you would have used alcohol or drugs, like you've done many, many times. But now you have an understanding of real love. You understand that controlling your father is not the answer to anything. Real love is. And you can get that from anywhere, not just from your father. And you know that your father has a right to drink. That's the law of choice. He can drink anywhere and anytime he wants. That has nothing to do with you. No matter what he chooses to do, though, you can still find people to unconditionally love you. And you can be happy no matter what his choices are. Now, does that mean that when he drinks around you, there's nothing you can do? Do you have to just grit your teeth and be around the alcohol, which admittedly has a negative influence on you? No. And we'll talk more about that in our next session.